You want to know how to get 300,000 miles out of your car? Stick around. Today I'm going to tell you how. So who doesn't want to get 300,000 miles out of their car? You know, your car is never going to be an asset. Your car is always going to be a liability. So it's never going to be something that's of value. Its value will always be decreasing. So the longer life you can get out of something that you've put so much money into, the better that is for you. It's going to delay you buying your next car. It's going to save you that money in the long run. So if you can get 300,000 miles out of your car, why would you not want to? I guess I should start by introducing my 02 Chevy Cavalier. Alright, so a little bit of background on my car. Right now it's got 330,000 miles on it. You can't see that it has 330,000 miles on it because the odometer lights no longer work. They're just weird combinations of lines. You can barely tell. I've been able to see it myself because sometimes when you hit it just right, it shows up, but other than that, you'd never know. I just love being in the car, so I'm going to get as much life as I can out of any car that I have, and there are a few different ways that you can do that. Tip number 1, change your oil every 3,000 miles. And I know that seems like common knowledge, right? Like you're supposed to. Some people say every 5,000 miles. I say every 3,000 just because, you know, it's not that big a difference, but it's enough to make a difference in the life of your car. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because it's not something people always do. It's not something people think to do. You need to make sure that you're doing that. For me, that's about every month. About every month I'm getting the oil changed on my car because that's how much we drive. You have to change the oil religiously. You can't skip it. You can't forget it. You have to do it. Oil is like the blood of your car. It has to be clean. It has to be good. Give it some good oil. Tip number 2, ease up off the gas pedal. Just because you have all those RPMs doesn't mean you need to use them all. You might end up being that person that pulls out onto the highway and takes, 10 minutes to get up to speed, and everybody behind you is in a line honking, whatever. Your car's more important than their feelings and their time, all right? We're trying to get life out of this car. You don't need to ram it up, 4,000 RPMs. Don't do that to your car. Take care of it. You don't need to go there as fast as you think you don't need to get there that fast. Ease off the gas pedal a little bit. Take your foot out of it. Don't overdo it. You don't want to be overworked just like the car doesn't want to be overworked. Tip number 3, keep up with regular maintenance. Consult your owner's manual for guidance. And I'm not just talking about the oil changes at this point. Obviously, that's important. But we're talking about changing the air filter, getting a tune-up. I mean, just the basic things that we don't think to do. Change your transmission fluid every once in a while. Transmissions are highly likely to go out on cars with that many miles on them. If you're not taking care of your transmission, and then you want to complain that it went out too soon, well, that's not Chevy's fault. That's your fault. You're the one who didn't want to fix it. Make sure it's got fresh coolant in it, especially in the summertime when it's, prone to overheating. You're overworking it. You're running your air conditioner. It's hot outside. You just want some fresh coolant. Have that flushed every once in a while. It doesn't cost that much. It doesn't take that much out of your time. It doesn't take that much out of your pocket, and it's going to save you in the long run. Tip number 4, keep your car clean. If your car looks like garbage, you're going to treat it like garbage, as is everybody else who gets in your car. You don't want that. You want your car to be clean, so you're going to treat it well, and the people who get in your car are going to treat it well. It's not that hard to do. Every few months, wash your car, make sure the garbage is taken out of it, wipe down the dashboard, vacuum it out. If you can, steam clean it. Just keep it looking nice. Plus, you're going to feel a whole lot better about driving a 15-year-old car with 300,000 miles on it if it's clean. Tip number 5. Talk to your car. You're going to get to the point somewhere between 200 and 300,000 miles where there are times the car just doesn't want to go. Or maybe the car just doesn't have the power that you feel like it should. Just talk to it. Give it a pep talk. You're going on a long drive or you're taking it up a steep grade. Let it know that it can get through this, that you guys can get through this together. Keep your foot out of the gas pedal, ease it up that hill, and just talk it through. Let it know that you appreciate it. You know, every once in a while, after a road trip or, you know, after a week's drive to work, just sit there with that car and let it know, like, hey, I appreciate all the times we've been through together. I really appreciate that no matter what, you just keep going. I appreciate your dedication to my transportation. Just say it. It'll feel a little weird at first talking to your car, but just don't do it when other people are around. There's literally not a day that goes by that I don't talk to my car. You know, we have a bond. You need to create that bond with your car to where it feels like you're in this together. There's this loyalty there where you're loyal to your car and your car's loyal to you. But you got to follow all these steps for your car to be loyal to you. You got to put in the effort if you want your car to put in the effort. It's kind of like a marriage or really, you know, strong relationship. And don't, for any reason, take your car with you when you do finally decide to buy a new car. Because the process of buying a car, it's not a short process, it's a long process. And you're still going to need your car to work from the time that you start looking for a car and the time that you actually buy a car. You're going to need your car to work in that time. So if you're taking your car to the car lots with you, there's a very good chance it's going to break down before you even get a chance to buy a new car. I mean, think about it. Would you want to be used as a tool to find your own replacement? I didn't think so. Neither does your car. Have a friend take you. Take the bus. Ride a bike. Find some other way to get to the car lot. Don't take your car to the car lot. Alright, I think we've covered all the important points. The reality is, you just have to treat your car well if you want it to last that long. It's not very often that you find people with that many miles on your car, so if you do have 300,000 miles on your car, leave a comment below. I'm really curious. I think I'm one of the few. Shout out to Chevy for being one of the few cars that can get you to 300,000 miles with very little maintenance required. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to follow us on our adventures, you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.